Good evening everybody and welcome to Fireside Chat this evening. My name's Tara and Patrick's joining me for this Fireside Chat as well. You want to say hello?
Hi everyone, how are you doing?
After a day of driving.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
It's been a bit quiet out there, hey?
Well, that's been extremely quiet this afternoon, and we checked every single corner of the concession and there was not much happening. And there was not much happening in the north either. And just for interest's sake, I didn't want to say that during the draft, and we had four cheetahs at the Cheetah Plains, very full, and apparently they came from Mala Mala. And they were looking restless for the past half an hour, and I suppose they might make their way back to Mala Mala again, so but we'll see how it goes in the morning. So, but yeah, otherwise, yeah, it has been a very quiet drive. But we had some nice buffalo just chilling out at the dam, and just towards the end of the drive, and the hippo also.
But no whiskey.
No whiskey, yeah. That's very unfortunate, yeah. I was like, wow, and I can't wait to see these leopards so that I can get my whiskey from Seb and other viewers who promised to buy me whiskey if I managed to find a leopard this afternoon. So well, yeah, maybe it.
See, I was also looking around the dam actually. And I was going to say, am I going to get a bottle of whiskey if I find one? I was trying as well, eh?
Oh, wow, that's great. It was quite funny, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Have a bit of a competition.
I think Seb was actually really looking out for a leopard now, eh?
Absolutely was going like, especially when we drove down into the Milwaukee, he was going like that, you know, like checking him, like going like that, yeah.
Well, that's what we must do then.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I mean, I had a bit of a quiet day yesterday as well, but this last 2 weeks has been absolutely phenomenal, hasn't it, really?
Yeah.
I mean, we really have seen some fantastic sightings.
Yeah.
You even had the crocodile the other day,
yeah,
didn't you?
especially elephants. There have been lots of elephant activities all over the show, doing things, mock charging and
I didn't hear about that.
checking the marilla.
Was that
trees.
yesterday? Day before?
The day before and again this morning, yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, the same elephant board we saw this afternoon
okay.
on Peendam's Road, and we had him up in the north this morning, and he just came straight to us and stopped the vehicle and started feeding, and he did this a trunk and again did it again second time. So it was great, yeah.
Yeah. I must admit, I've been really enjoying seeing the males. I don't know if it's the same male, but we had one stretching up with his trunk and pulling down the marula fruits.
Yeah, that's great.
And that was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
It really was. I haven't seen that too often before, so that was a real treat.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, just so that it reminds me, him and I were on doing a night drive, and we bumped on the elephant bull in quarantine. I don't know if Herman can still remember that, yeah. And we parked the vehicle underneath the tree, and the elephant was like from near to the light, and he was feeding and feeding on the marilla fruits, and eventually he went to the tree, and he put his head against the tree, and he went like and he shook all those marilla trees off the tree and go on the jigger. Wow, it was funny, yeah. They were just landing all over bodies and the heads and all over the vehicle. Oh wow!
I bet that elephant knew what it was doing.
Exactly,
eh?
Didn't even purpose.
I think so. Oh, brilliant!
Wow, that was a great experience, I must say. I'll never ever forget it. Every time I see the elephant feeding on the marilla fruit, I said, "Oh wow, I hope it doesn't do the same thing it did to me a couple of years ago." So yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Actually, on that, you still owe us some marula beer, don't you?
Yeah.
We're not going to let you forget.
Yeah, no, not at all.
You got to bring it in so we can try it.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Probably on our next Fireside Chat.
Awesome. I'm up for it.
Make it live, yeah.
Is it the marula beer that you've made?
I don't know, my mum made it.
Oh, your mum made? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Well, I'm not very good at making it, yeah. It's a women's thing, not men's thing.
I think Rexon actually showed how to make it a little while ago, didn't he?
I think he did, yeah.
I think it was actually when I was here for my test drive. I think Rexon actually was going through the whole process.
Oh, wow.
There's two ladies with him. But yeah, I remember him doing that actually.
Yeah. Maybe I can teach you to do it and we can show it to the world how to make a marilla beer.
Well, you know how good my cooking is. Although I am getting there. Luckily, Herman's actually been cooking tonight. You can see the little poiky pot here.
It smells, wow, nice. I hope it tastes good.
I can't smell it. You got a good sense of smell. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's quite colourful. I don't think it's a normal poiky.
No, I've never seen a poiky like this in my life.
It's quite colourful.
No, quite frankly speaking, yeah, I've never seen a poik like it. It's very colourful. No, the way he decorated it, and it looks pretty cool. I hope it tastes good as a set, but yeah.
I think even Herman's quite proud. I think he put some pictures up on Facebook.
That'll be
awesome.
away
The proof is in the pudding.
Yes, it is. The proof is definitely going to be in the pudding, in the tasting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, I must admit. So yeah, as I say, elephants have been fantastic. I mean, you've had some herds as well, haven't you, apart from the single bulls?
Yes, yeah, I've seen different herds with the little ones, and yeah, I've seen lots of elephants around the Western Ghana for the past couple of weeks here.
Yeah, I remember.
Since the Mamaret trips have been in seasons, have been elephants everywhere. Yeah,
all over.
Elephants dying, and every single corner you go, every 100 meters you go, and there'll be elephant down or elephant bull standing on the side of the road, feeding. Yeah, I mean it's great. Yeah,
it is, eh? And swimming as well.
Swimming, yeah. The yesterday afternoon I was painting the camera with a cover Superior when she was on lunch, and I saw an elephant bull come running down to the dam.
Oh,
so the ears go like this. Just to jump into the water and sort of throwing water all over his body, and he swam. Wow, it was a great sighting, I must say. I'm sure everybody who was watching the dam cam yesterday afternoon will have enjoyed the elephant bull swimming in the dam. Yeah. And this afternoon again, we went to Belfast Dam because we had some elephants trumpeting just down in Afghanistan. East of the dam, and I was hoping to see something like that, elephants swimming and playing in the water. It's always fantastic to see them.
Oh, definitely. I've only ever seen it once, I've only ever seen it once in Madikwe. I've never actually physically seen them here, apart from on the camera here.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm looking forward to that.
I'm sure we'll see them now, yeah. Especially Belfast Dam, because the dam is nice and full, and it's a perfect dam for them to go and swim there.
Yeah.
The one that I saw at Gavri Dam, and the whole body is submerged, and all what you could see is just the trunk.
The snorkel, trunk. Yeah,
just sticking up on the surface of the water, and it's gonna and you're gonna squeeze the water out, and it's just fantastic. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant!
Wow. And at one stage, and he just disappeared completely under the water, and I couldn't follow him with the camera. And the papa like over there, and like whoop, can't see him again, and then he went under again, and it was fantastic.
Oh, it is, because they're quite buoyant as well, and we don't give them credit, but they do swim between islands as well. And I've seen that. I don't know if you've seen the footage where they've actually filmed an elephant from underneath, and you can see them paddling.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
I've never seen that.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I'll have to see if I can find the clip. I'll see if I can show it to you.
Wow,
it's brilliant, but you actually see them from underneath. And then you just see the trunk out like a snorkel. It's brilliant.
Oh, wow.
And actually, talking of pictures, we were just discussing Penny. I still got to show Patrick the pictures, but Penny sent in a baboon with a baby leopard, because obviously most of you know Induna managed to find and catch a baby monkey, and it's quite unusual behaviour. They do have baboon and monkeys on the diet list, but it's something that we haven't seen our leopards doing here, and we haven't seen the leopards playing with the food much either. And I think it was quite an interesting insight. There was also someone saying that she's heard of a baboon being killed, and the leopard actually letting the baby go. It was quite amazing. So I think there's just so much to that scene that we saw. But thanks to Penny for sending in the pictures, and it was actually of a juvenile baboon who, excuse me, I just swallowed a bug again.
Oh, wow.
But a juvenile baboon that found a baby leopard, and the baby leopard's about this big, so it was only a few weeks old, and it's actually brought it out towards the road, and the baboon was actually holding the leopard cub, and it was almost like a little teddy bear. He was holding it like this close. Amazing pictures. And then it took it back to the rest of the troops, so I don't know what happened to it, but this tiny leopard cub in the hands of a baboon. So it works both ways, and I think that's one thing we've always got to remember about nature, is it is so varied. And you were saying that you've seen lions also playing with baby animals, trying to entice the larger animals in, which, as I say, I was wondering if that was what Induna was doing. It's hard to say, we can't say for sure, he did keep looking up, and it is a possibility. Maybe that's why he was playing with the monkey right underneath the adults, and then got bored, and then decided he was going to eat it. So quite amazing, eh? Because what was the lions? You said it was lions eating a giraffe.
Yeah, what happened? The crowd of lions just up in the Timbawati Reserve, and managed to catch a baby giraffe, and they didn't kill it. They were just playing with it, and the mom was taking a distance, just looking at the lions playing with the baby giraffe, and literally she just came running to come rescue the baby, and they also got hold of the mom. They killed both mom and the baby giraffe. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So.
Because I've been looking on the internet and looking through papers and things like that to see if that has been documented, and I think you said that you've seen it with the giraffe and a buffalo as well.
No, it was the young male leopard and the baby goat. Yeah.
Oh, a baby goat.
In the Manulate Reserve. Yeah. But it was also a phenomenal experience to see. We were on our way back to the lodge. And the security guard in the radio also listened. There's a leopard in front of the lodge, and we came rushing because it was in the dark, and the leopard just moved into the thick bushes, and we stopped the vehicles to listen, and we heard the baby goat squealing, and we drove through the bushes and trying to catch up with the leopard, and we switch off start because the leopard was just walking away from us, and then eventually we managed to catch up with the leopard, and I thought it was a baby duck or a stenbok or something like that. I never thought of a baby goat being in a reserve, and I saw there was this black baby thing, and I what is that? And we put a spotlight on and said, oh, it's a baby goat, and following through the bushes, and just put it on the ground, and then clap it gently, and then go, start squealing, get up and walk off again, and then lie down, do the same thing, just play with it. It was like the baby was constantly squealing, and eventually the hyenas came running. And then climbed up in the tree with the baby goat and was still doing something, playing with it, and put it over the branches, lying there, and then pick it up again, and like boom, just give it a smack, and it started gang, but eventually they killed the baby goat and ate it. Yeah, so it was wow. It's very, very weird, because the first thing that amazed us, because we didn't know how the baby goat got into the reserve. So maybe it went through underneath the fence or something.
Yeah, because there's farmers around the outskirts, aren't there?
Yeah,
so it could well be.
Yeah, but eventually it ate the baby goat, which was sad. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So yeah, as I say, I've been looking to see if that is a possible hunting technique, and there doesn't seem to be too much out there at the moment. So maybe we've seen an insight into a possible new hunting technique that maybe hasn't been seen very often, or maybe hasn't been used. I'm not saying that that's what he was doing, but it would be certainly quite interesting to find out a little bit more information. But definitely with Patrick saying about the lions, also you playing with a baby giraffe and then an adult giraffe coming in. And as I say, it kind of confused me a little bit why he was doing it right underneath where the adults were. But as I say, it could well have just been that he was playing with it just like a cat and mouse, and just honing his skills as play does, and that's what animals do. When they play, whether it be lion cubs, as we also saw this week, we saw the baby lions actually biting and playing and jumping on each other, and that's all actually hunting skills that they'll need later on in life. And I must admit, I really enjoyed seeing the lions this week and seeing the baby cubs, and it was so hot that day. I can't remember if you were directing or not, but it was extremely hot, and the lions had all passed out, and they'd passed out from the morning, and they had barely moved when we caught up with them in the afternoon. And we just saw a glimpse of the baby lions. Actually, the boys were kind of trying to play, but they were just, you could see they were just not really that bothered, and they were kind of biting each other, but then it was like, you know what, nah, it's too hot, let's just pass out and sleep. So we went and looked for something else, and then came back a bit later, and that's when the whole family got up, and then the cubs were starting to play, and the lionesses were jumping on the cubs as well, and they were joining in, and the lionesses were batting them over the head, and they were biting them and pulling faces at them. It was absolutely magic. And then we followed them We made a bit of space for the
Trimmer.
other guides, yeah, and then we came back in just a little bit later and we actually sat with them after dark, and we thought they were hunting, so we switched off everything, and I think that's when you guys joined us again, was when we thought that we heard the hoofbeats of possibly wildebeest or something like that, and that's when we joined them, but they obviously hadn't been successful by the time we caught up with them. But that was magic. I mean, we could sit out, the stars were out, and we had the spotlight from Ryan's vehicle, from Arethusa, and they were just mad. It was almost like Ghost in the Darkness. It was, you know, with the lighting behind, and it was just beautiful. It really was, and it was actually very special to spend a bit of time with them at night. So we haven't done that for quite a while now, have we?
No, we haven't. No,
So,
we haven't. It was very special, I must say.
Yeah, I can't remember if you were directing or not that day.
When was that? Last Sunday, no?
Days emerging. I think possibly.
But the only last sighting that I had with you when I was directing was supposed to do a Fireside chat, and because of the special sighting, we had to call it off.
So you were, yeah. So,
no, that was fantastic.
Yeah, it was, and to see them playing, and it was beautiful. It really was.
Yeah, and I was impressed by the male just lying down in the middle of the road. Yeah.
Yeah, they're getting very relaxed now, hey?
Yeah, whoa, I said, wow. This guy is beautiful, yeah.
He is, but he's got a lot of scratches on his face. He does look quite battle-worn, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
I heard that when I was in Leafland that the Mukijimers were mating with one of the lionesses as well.
You missed that. That was fantastic. We had it for 4 days up on Buffelshoek Cut Line, and we actually, it was the first day we drove out, and we had them here on the open area, lioness looking at us, and I'm going to him and, is there a lion? There's a lion there! So we shouting to Craig, come on Craig, we've got to go live now. So I think we actually went live about 15 minutes early, and we had the lions all there, and then they made their way to Buffelshoek Cut Line,
yeah.
and I think that's when they pulled down the buffalo the following day, and then it was that night then they started mating.
Yeah,
and we had them mating, and he was roaring, and then the other male was around and he was roaring, and absolutely stunning. And it was so nice to follow that behaviour, because you may see a mating or two if you're lucky, but to actually have 4 days,
mating,
it really was. And there was, I think by the 3rd morning she'd had enough. She told him, hey, back off buddy, I need my space for a little bit. And you can see he was getting a little bit more aggressive, and he was also telling us to back off a little bit. And then towards the afternoon, then obviously she allowed him to start mating again, so he settled down a little bit. But
did he allow, or did she allow the other male to mate as well?
As far as I know, it was always the same male. We didn't see the it was actually the bigger manes, because the larger of the two, he's got a longer mane by the looks of it, than the other one, and he was the one that was mating with her. And we didn't see the shorter mane male. And I think he seems to be a little bit more shy than his brother. Because when I've been in a sighting with him, he got the fright of his life, and I still don't know why. It could have been when you were on leave again, and Kat was on camera, and we were sat there with them. Both of them were quite happy, resting. He actually walked in and sat next to his brother, and he basically he was falling asleep, and then all of a sudden he just jolted awake, and his eyes were wide. And I still don't know what it was, but he was looking directly past Kat, so I don't know if he heard something, or whether a sound had been made and we just didn't hear it, or I don't know, but he woke up with a jolt. He kind of looked just past us, well, he looked straight at the camera and then looked just past, and then he got up and walked around the back of his brother, and he kind of was almost like, protect me bro, you know. I'm not too sure about them. So yeah, it's quite funny, and since that day I've kind of been watching him and seeing how he reacts, and he follows his brother's lead quite a lot. I don't know if you've noticed, whether it's just been those few days, but he seems to sort of let his brother go. Well, I think it's his brother. Are they brothers? I thought they were, but I'm not too sure.
I think they are, yeah. As far as the Jima guys say, yes.
Because I was speaking to Henry, one of their Voytella guides, and I think he said they're roughly around 9 or 10 years old. Is that about right? Do you know?
No, I'm not too sure. Yeah,
Not too sure.
That old, but I don't think that too old. Yeah, maybe about 6 or 7.
Yeah.
The thing is with the Gajemas, man, they overlap into Mignolet Reserve as well. They seem to spend more time in the Mignolet Reserve than Bell Reserve. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think it'll be nice to find out from the Mignolet guys. Yeah,
Yeah, we might
I
have to
often
try
see them
that.
than us. Yeah, especially
Yeah.
the Pungwe. Is they often around Pungwe, Dixie Dam, that area, quite a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
That'd be cool, actually. We'll have to see if we can try and find that.
Yeah.
Definitely. But it's quite interesting because they've been calling quite a lot as well. I mean, we did hear lions a couple of nights ago. I don't know if it was the Majingi lions responding to the Gajimas and the Nkuhumas, or the 4 males that have come in from Kruger, but I don't know where they've gone. They came in from Kruger, and I think they got as far as Nkoro, and then I think they've gone south to where the Majingi lions are. But I'm not too sure. I've not heard anything else since then. I think it could have been...
Maybe 2 of the Machingalans brothers, yes. Because I heard that, I don't know if it's the whole of Machingalans collisions that were meeting with one of the Styx lioness also recently.
Yeah, I've also heard that. I've heard that the Styx female's also given birth.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully, fingers crossed. And they must be the Majingilans.
Oh, that's what I heard, not mating, giving birth.
Giving
yeah.
birth,
Yeah,
okay, okay. But yeah,
Yeah.
quite interesting, hey?
Mm.
So fingers crossed. But it would be nice to have the lions kind of on the eastern side and Krula more on the western side so that we still see her.
Yeah.
Because it's amazing me at the moment, the lions are popping up where Krula's been. And
They're kind of following her in the cubs.
it's almost like that, but I think she's keeping one step ahead.
Yeah.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But the last time I heard of Karula, and I don't know if you've heard any more from the guys, but she went west into Zimbabwe. So I don't know if you heard anything else.
No, that's also the last update I heard, yeah.
So we're still waiting, because we've been out and about a couple of times trying to look for tracks on that western boundary on the Triple M. But we haven't seen anything just yet. But maybe we need to start looking up in Sandy Patch again, because I think Henry did say something possibly about Buffalo's Hook Dam, Sydney's dam around there. But I'm not too sure. That's what he was saying last night when I spoke to him.
Yeah.
But I think we'll have to try and see if we can have a look for tracks up there in the north again. Because I've been concentrating more on the south and the west, and not even thinking about the north. So maybe it's a possibility.
Yeah, probably, yeah. You never know, yeah. But I don't think it's just going to go north anytime soon, with the Gajimas being around that area.
Oh yes, they've gone that side now, haven't they?
Yeah, they have, yeah.
So it would make
she
more
might
sense.
stick around in the western sector for a while, yeah. Maybe come into Western Gari and back into the western sector, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be lots of lions activities and even hyenas activities in the western sector than here. And for the past 2 months or so, and we've been seeing lots of hyenas activities in the area.
Yeah, definitely.
That's probably why now she's keeping the cubs out of her territory. Yeah.
I'd say
Because,
so.
yeah.
I mean, every road that we've been driving, we've found at least
Hyena
one
tracks.
set of hyena tracks. So.
Yeah, especially along Vietala access road. Yeah. Every morning I drive in and there is 1 or 2 or 3 sets of hyena tracks. Yeah.
Ah, okay. I
Moving
wonder.
up and down that road. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if
So
they've
they're
got
all over at the moment.
a
yeah.
den back here. Because for I think 4 days consecutively, 4 days we had the hyenas up on the quarantine area, and they came north into the block just behind us here. So I wondered if they had a communal den, and we found them on Gallego shortcut one day as well. So I wonder if they've got a communal den there now for the time being, and they do move around a lot, don't they? So.
They do, yeah. They do a lot, yeah. But a couple of days ago, and I checked the den of Zoe's Road, and there's no sign of them there at all, yeah.
I've been checking there. That den and Leadwood as well, because we did have some tracks and baby hyena tracks down there as well.
Yeah.
So I've been checking the one just off of Leadwood, on that little fire break. So there's nothing there at the moment, unfortunately. But we'll have to keep an eye out anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, but definitely I think one of the other highlights was the crocodile, hey?
Yeah, the croc was great, yeah. Lying there with his mouth open like that, yeah, for hours and hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. The birds were also running around him. looking at him and just like stayed there quietly and with his mouth open. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it was you saying that he was swimming towards the buffalo the other day. Yeah.
That was amazing. I think it was you were on drive, and I think you were quite far off into the east by that stage, so I was just giving you the update. And the crocodile was literally swimming towards the buffalo. That was when I first saw it. I just happened to look at the camera at the right time, and I just saw that shape, and I was like, there's the crocodile. After us saying we think he's moved, we haven't seen him for a couple of days. And then nothing, and for a good 10 or 15 minutes I didn't see anything. The buffalo didn't move, there was nothing, and then all of a sudden just all pandemonium broke out, and all the buffalo just scattered out of the water, and they kind of looked behind them as if to say, did you see that? What was that? And it was quite a comical moment, and if anybody who read on Facebook that had seen it and actually crossed over, there's a few people that were able to see that moment as well, but it was just so comical. And I mean, nothing happened, but it was just weird, and I don't know if he was kind of seeing what was going on or whether he was trying to chase them off to get to that spot again, so sitting exactly where you found him.
Oh, wow.
But then the buffalo came back into the water, and I actually saw him again swimming off towards the other side, towards the dam wall, so I've no idea what that was about. I don't know if he was trying to push them out the water or testing to see if he could get a leg.
Investigate.
Yeah, it was weird, but...
Could be possible, yeah.
Yeah, because I can't see that side. I mean, it's what, 3 meters? About 2.5, 3 meters.
About 3, yeah.
Yeah, and I can't see him really taking down a buffalo at that stage.
That's way too big, yeah.
Yeah, so I've no idea. But it was very interesting to watch, though.
No.
Yeah, they did.
Got it.
It was brilliant. It really was. As I say, it was just if I hadn't seen him at that point, I probably would have gone, what on earth happened there? And it would have been, a bush mystery. But the fact that I actually saw him, and I saw him heading towards them, I just kept glancing every so often to see what was going to happen, if anything. So yeah, that was very funny. But certainly an interesting couple of weeks. And the fact that Misha and Duna, they seem to pop up 10 minutes before the end of drive at the moment. It seems to be their favourite game.
Yeah.
But I'm still impressed that we keep seeing, if we see one, we usually see the other.
Yeah,
and
it's one after one another, yeah. So they seem to be taking turns, as I said, this afternoon. So if we see in dinner, and the day after, and then Misha will pop out.
Yeah, that's exactly.
It's very interesting. It is, yeah. And it seems to be roaming around in the eastern part of the Djuma Game Reserve. Just for 2 days in a row, I've been seeing the tracks just coming along Chitakat line to the south.
Okay.
And just cut off to the west.
Okay.
And the following time I saw the tracks there, is also from exactly where I saw the previous tracks, and the other tracks were right there at the same spot, and they walked along the cut line, and at the same spot where we cut off to the west, and they also cut off to the west.
So he's obviously got a pathway there.
I think so, yeah, just following the pathway almost every day, yeah.
Oh,
but this morning this afternoon I did check, and I didn't see any tracks there, nothing there, yeah.
Well, I'll see if I can follow up tomorrow. But thanks so much for joining me, Patrick. It's been a good chat this evening. I've enjoyed it. And I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. And hopefully you can join us tomorrow at 5:30 Central Africa time for our next live safari, where I'll be heading out and seeing if I can find myself the leopard and maybe winning a bottle of whiskey as well.
You and Hannah can have a bet, yeah. So, if you see a leopard, maybe we can have a bet about in Nepal or something. That's always guaranteed. So yeah.
Yeah. But thanks ever so much for joining us, and we're gonna definitely start eating this poiki. So hopefully, you can have a look. It's quite nice in there. And we'll see you again soon here on Wild Earth.
Delicious, yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers, everyone.